So let's do a little bit more on masks on our effects. So do you remember when we had this clip up here and I had two of them side by side and one of them was flipped horizontal so that it looked like a mirroring effect? Well, we could actually do that with just one clip by using our masks. So I have this People Subway clip selected and I'm going to go over to my effects panel over here, and under transform I'm going to click on horizontal flip. Okay, so it flipped the whole thing. Now I'm going to go up to my effects control panel, and there's my horizontal flip. I can click on the FX and I can see the way it was originally, and I have the masking tools. So I'm going to take, again, that same rectangular masking tool, click on it, and it automatically puts that small default mask in the middle. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over so that half of my screen will be affected by the horizontal flip because it's going to be masked in, and the other half that is not in the mask won't be doubled over here. Okay, so do you see how now just this one clip looks like it's being mirrored because half of it is being affected by the horizontal flip and the other half is showing the regular. If I take that mask and I lower the opacity, so I lowered it down, so now you can just see the regular clip, right? So I flipped the whole thing and then I put the mask on this side, so that way instead of seeing what would be here once it's flipped, it's showing me the way that this looked before it was flipped. So I'll just put that opacity back up. All right. And if I wanted to, I could do the keyframe thing and I could lower that opacity. So maybe it starts out with mask opacity at 100%, and I'm going to put that first keyframe, and I'm going to move down here and for a while put another keyframe, keep that at 100%, and between here and the end put another keyframe. I'll lower my mask opacity to 0%, and so now that side fades away, and now it's showing me the way my whole clip looks after it's been flipped. Okay, so if I just scroll through here, you can see the result of it. The whole thing has been flipped, but I'm only seeing this side. This side I'm seeing the way it looked before it was flipped because of the mask. And then I have my keyframes. So that's keeping it at 100%, my mask. And then from here to here, it lowers the opacity of the mask. And so slowly that starts to come in. And now there's my whole clip as it's been flipped. All right, let's do this with something else. I'm just going to get rid of that horizontal flip. And so you could be following along. I want you to be doing this as well, but with any of your clips. Or you could try this with one of the colors that we went into before. So under image control, color balance, make this very red, but then add a mask, and only parts of it will be red. So wherever this mask is, that's the only part that's going to show the red, for example. And then I could add my keyframes onto the mask opacity, and that could change over time. All right, so there are a lot of interesting things that you could do with each one of these effects simply by adding a mask to the effect, which can control either how much of that effect will apply to the clip or control the opacity. So basically, it's almost like think of it as the strength of that effect, right? So it could be only at 50%, so I only see that effect 50%.